gift through His word. It's God's gift through His word. It's God's gift through His word. It's God's gift through His word.
Hey, everyone. How are you guys doing? Well, you know what tonight is. I haven't been on for a day or so for the DV night talk, right? Sometimes the nights run away with me and I'm like, ooh, I am tired, so I can't. And that's okay. Sometimes we have to take a minute and we have to rest. So rest is so imperative to us keeping focus. And it is important to take time out for yourself and don't just keep running. So I wanted to get on here and, of course, discuss not losing focus. Now, I know I've discussed about this in like a different plethora of ways on other podcast episodes that I've done, but it was something I needed to bring up again because of like, people will try to get you distracted. And they can do it in a myriad of ways, right? One way is always questioning you about your convictions or questioning you about why you do what you do, right? And I was just speaking with my kids today, and I remember there was a lady that when I was doing the SoCal podcast explosion, I recall that she couldn't see it. So since she couldn't see it, she didn't believe it was going to happen. So it kind of made her anxious. Like, I don't know. And the funny thing was, the event was my idea. And if anybody should be anxious about it, should be me. Like, if it doesn't work out, then that's on me. But for some reason, she took on a lot of anxiety about it. And it's just like, okay. So don't lose your focus. And I say that knowing that it has happened to me. It happens. It happens often. And I'm not saying that people are purposely out to make you, get distracted. Not necessarily. But sometimes good, well-meaning intentioned people, I could say that, the good things in their head that they think are well-intentioned, they're not intentioned for you. It just sounds like they are trying to encourage you, but you know what the Lord has given you to do. So it really doesn't sound like an encouragement. It just sounds like, okay, you don't want me to do this because you're not doing it, or what is the reason why you're saying what you're saying? And sometimes you might get an explanation and sometimes you won't get anything. Like, I'm just saying, do you have to say it though? Sometimes people just say stuff like, yeah, if it were me. And I know I've shared this many times, and it's just like, I can't be around people that make a decision in the moment. And then after they made decision in that moment, then later on, they start to be just saddened and depressed. Like, what happened? Like, we were all good. And then something happened, and I don't know, right? I don't know, but I know I have to stay focused. T.Drake has to stay focused, because if not, I can get caught in sidebars. And one of the things people that I know I've talked to, I can get drawn into people's challenges. And I'm not saying I want to fix it. I just get invested, like, oh, you could do this or you could do this. And meanwhile, I'm pouring and spending a lot of energy into encouraging and uplifting them and letting them know they're fearfully, wonderfully made, and letting them know that God is love and He will provide. Just stay focused, just keep going, because the word of the Lord is a lamp unto our feet, a light unto our path. Stay on God's path. He has something for you as you stay faithful to His word. The Lord will show up because He's a right on time God. Like, I will spend time, lots of time, in minutes and hours, sometimes days, pouring into certain people. But one thing happens is I realize now that's a time waster. Not everybody's like that, but there are people that are time wasters. You know, you've told them to do something before and go look at this or go to this place or whatever it is, because they asked you, you gave them information. Now, it'll be different if they didn't ask you and you just gave the information. Well, they don't have to take it. They didn't even ask you, you just offered it all willy-nilly, right? But when somebody asks you a question and they are seeking your advice or they're seeking some suggestions to you and you give it to them and like, those sound good, but I'm not gonna do it. Then for me, then why did you ask? Why did you waste my time? Like the focus of what I could have been doing, I could have been first of all, talking to somebody else that's actually going to listen. And then secondly, I wouldn't have to waste my time knowing that you're not going to do the thing. You're just a time waster. And there are people like that in this world. So I know from experience, right? So I wanted to share from Habakkuk chapter 2. And I just wanted to share, verses 2 through 4. And that's what I'm going to share because when you focus on how the Lord wants to direct your path, you fully let go and release the control that you think you have in your life, knowing that you don't really have any control over your life per se, because God is the one that orchestrates everything for you. But sometimes we like to be control freaks and like, no, I don't want to let the Lord do whatever because I got this. I'm like, but you don't though. Like we think that we got something and we really don't. And instead of releasing and surrendering fully to the Lord, we try to plan a plan. And I used to say for my son, you try to plan a plan and a common scheme. You try to run a scheme and a plan on the Lord when He knows everything that you're about. You can't make any kind of formula for things that you're trying to get out of this world to come because you think you've mastered something to unlock the spiritual blessings that the Lord will shower down upon you. It really doesn't work like that. It really doesn't work like that. So let me go ahead and read Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2 through 4. And it says, and I'm going to read the NKJV first, and then I might switch to the ESV. So it says, then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith, by his faith. So I don't think I'm going to read the ESV because it's kind of very similar. I mean, there's a lot of differences in the way it's conveyed, but maybe I'll read it tomorrow. But hold on 1 second. Pause with cause. All right, I am back. So when I see this about the vision, writing it, and I know I've been guilty of making those, what are those called? Vision boards and all of that. When we focus on the Lord and we are given instruction, you can write the instruction down. Write the instruction down so you know you got a focus. And when you're doing that, you'll be pushed into the direction you're supposed to be going. It's not going to be outside of your norm, and it could be, but sometimes your strengths and your things that the Lord has given you, He's already going to have you operating in those things, already utilizing your gifts for the kingdom. Sometimes when we don't use our gifts for the kingdom, we're robbing the body of Christ, and we don't need to do that, right? We don't need to do that. So I just wanted to share that because we are going to live by faith and stay focused. It is so easy to hear someone tell you how this is not going to work, or how you're not like this, or how you don't have these resources, or you don't have this person in a corner. Okay. But last I checked, God is over all people. So I think I'm in the best company when I'm doing something for the Lord, and the Lord sees me and the Lord knows, and I am okay with that. So I wasn't going to be on here long. I just had to get that out, sharing about staying focused. Don't let people get you off your game. Don't let them get you off your square. Don't do that. And sometimes people do that. And you know what? That's crazy work. That's crazy work right there. When they do stuff and they gaslight you and do all these things, and you're trying to stay focused, and here they come with the foolishness. Like, you have zero tolerance for that. Zero, right? Any tolerance for that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And because today's Thursday, they do Throwback Thursday and they want people to share their baby pictures. Well, I didn't do that. But I did do a Throwback Thursday with a video, and I placed it in Facebook. So I'll share that here. Now you guys can always go and scroll back through my playlist because it's there. But it was funny to me when I was like, okay, this is new, this is different. But I got sidetracked. I lost my focus. I lost my intentionality. I lost what I was even doing. And see, when you're passionate about something, you won't lose the beauty of reading. You won't lose that. Even if you have to read a small set of scriptures, you're not going to be reading forever, right? So I know it's getting late, and like I said, I wasn't going to be out here long. I just wanted to do something short because, and let me finish one sentence and then move on to the end. I said, because this is something that keeps happening and I keep running into it, I'll just have to share it more often. So when something comes up for me, I will share it on social media, at least for me, going on these different platforms I have so that I can share. I was talking to some people from different companies. Pause for the cause. I need some water. I was talking to some different people from some different companies. One that wants to help me make an online course, and then another one who just wants to, what do they want to do? Oh, help you do TV. Well, the TV one, the guy sounded really shady with all that he was saying and not saying, which is like, I could tell you that I have this company, even though the email says, what's the price? Just went around that and like, okay, I know not to ask you anything next time. So then go to Kim Jong-un, and I just know the just will live by faith. That's what it says, right? Are you guys watching? And I brought that up because I have been seeing on social media what's been happening in Nigeria to the Christians. Brothers and sisters, it is more imperative even now to make sure you're in your word. Because, and if you can see down the line where this is going, there may be no more Bibles to purchase after a while. That's why you got to hide the Lord's word in your heart. So study to show yourself what thy approves, but study so you can get it into your spirit. Study. Get that word while you have access to it. Get it in there, because you don't want it to be too late for you. You don't want it to be too late for anybody. So that's what I wanted to share about that, because it's happening in China too. Like, they want to go over and pull down this cross on top of this church. And so they have people guarding the church, and they're hurting the people that are believers in China. Like, you got to pray for your brothers and sisters all across the globe. There's probably places on the world that I've never been to. So just remember, a delay is not something where the Lord is trying to use that to set you up for failure. It's not that. So that's how I feel. I don't want to ever disrespect someone, but I am going to stand on what Bible says. To the best of my ability, I'm going to stand on it. That's right. So I'm going to get out of here because it's been a night and it's been a week, and I felt this week like I had meetings on top of meetings, like, but it's crazy. It's so crazy. It's like, okay. So I had my planning council meeting on the 20, was it the 28th? The 28th. And then prior to that, there was another meeting for one of the committees. And prior to that, from October 21st to October 23rd, um, was busy eating, right? And sometimes I can find myself doing this. I don't know if you find yourself doing it, going off on a tangent, saying stuff like, eating, am I hungry? Maybe. But I'm saying that to say this. Do you see how it's easy to lose your focus? Right? It's very easy to lose your focus. And see, that's just me. I'm giving you an example, but you can lose your focus with other people. And if you're trying to be a person that pleases them, a people pleaser, then you won't step out on your own and step on your faith and do something that the Lord would have you to do, right? I know He's called me to a few things, and I am working on it every day to do something with my podcast and eventually something with, I don't know, Roku, eventually, who knows? But for now, I'm going to get out of here. A big kiss from you. Remember, I love you with the love of Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you'll join me again. And please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you're on that platform, please do that for me. If not, and you're on a different platform, give me a thumbs up, a heart, maybe the heart with love smile, anything you want to do. Just we want to make sure that we are sharing as much as we can, because you never know, right? And their last day on this planet could be today. It's so important. Sometimes people are like, I have tomorrow. I have next month. I have a year. You don't know that. Like Les Brown says, here today, gone today. You have no idea if you're going to be able to see tomorrow, let alone you try to eat all those hot dogs, right? And I'm talking about that for the thing that they're doing for my different church. Anyway, I won't go off on a tangent, but just know that when you have people that are keeping you distracted in a very real way, no, not at all. So I am going to go and I'm going to get out of here before I fall asleep on y'all, because I can know it's coming. I used to do that if you guys ever watch my old stuff. So anyway, let me get out of here. I'm done. Because for me, you remember what I always say, to be blessed, motivated, and always inspired to do what the Lord lays on your heart. I can't believe I get tired like earlier. It's only 9:46 my time. And it's like I go to bed. Well, I do wake up early. So if I wake up between 3 and 5 o'clock, I'm like, that's pretty early. And then I keep going. So yeah, I could see myself going to sleep early. But I wanted to get on here and just be with you guys tonight. You guys have a blessed night. Stay safe. And remember, don't lose your focus. Don't let anybody take you off your focus of what the Lord's giving you guys to do. Have an amazing one. I will talk to you guys again real soon. Bye now.
God's gift through His word. It's God's gift.